You want me to start off with something I was thinking about last night, dude?
Go for it.
Remember how the CGI used to be in those Air Bud movies? You remember like Air Buds and space pups and like.
Yeah, back then there was nothing like it. So when someone
those guys are out of a job.
Well, yeah, that's another.
Because it's it was already like CGI slop. I mean, it was just there for like for the mere existence of like we're gonna go straight to DVD. And we're gonna make like 6 parts, and it's gonna give somebody a nice voice acting check, you know.
Or like the early CGI YouTube videos where people was it? Yeah, because they would use like a green screen, and then they would like add all the, like images and stuff, and then they'd make the video with it. Nowadays you just put a prompt in a program, it's sort of just like runs itself.
But like Space Jam, or not Space Jam. Space Jam's another thing I could talk about, but I'm not gonna.
Air Bud. I actually don't even remember the CGI in Air Bud, because wasn't that like live action? They had the dog, and then they would have the dog do something and put it in front of a green screen to give it the.
Well, how would they dunk the ball then, huh? Riddle me this, dude. What's up with that? Why was he doing why was he hitting TikTok dances in Air Bud? Why was everyone so okay with it? Like, it's like, yeah, that's our fucking point guard. He's a fucking golden retriever.
Well, it's a kids movie.
What the fuck, dude? Like, and then the Dustin movies? Remember the Dustins? The monkey.
I don't know what
Isn't
that
the guy who did the Let me get I don't remember, man. But I remember there was
Dustin
a bunch of movies where like it was a MVP, most valuable primate. And it was about like
oh yeah, they had the chimp, right?
It was about a chimp playing hockey. And
I think it was a chimp. Yeah.
And shit was like, what are we doing?
He was goated.
And then they had one where you're skateboarding. You remember that? That one.
I think they just found out that they could throw animals in a movie and have them like do stuff with all this computer. Like the green screen and all that. But even with chimp, I guess like the chimp, they got to put clothes on them.
But what I'm thinking about right now is like. They fucking used to make movies, and they would have like actual animals for stunts, and they would just be like, "Fuck it, throw another one off the roof."
Bro,
like,
yeah.
How fucking disgusting and like sick in the head are you? You're just like,
I think it was
that was a bad take. Let's throw another one off.
I can't remember what movie there.
Yeah, there was one where a bunch of them died, right?
Yeah,
like a lot died.
Yeah, like 37.
One guy, okay, weird stories did it.
Or I think it was like up in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Like fuck, dude! Imagine like 90 animals.
Was that the one with the lions and shit?
I don't think so. I think it was like a movie where they had like the pets.
Jesus, man! I mean, what a weird existence. You're just a dog, and then it's like, guess what? You're getting thrown out of the back of a cab for the scene, Timmy.
Yeah.
And you and your little brothers are going next if you don't get it right, okay?
But it's even like
pressure's on you.
It's like
break a leg.
What if you died while having sex? Like you had a heart attack?
That's how people want to go out though. Some guys are like, yeah. Bottle of wine, steak, and a blowjob. That's how I want to die. You want to die and make a woman. I guess it's not really your problem anymore, but that woman's gonna be changed for a while.
That's kind of true.
It's not your beef anymore. But
nah, that would suck, dude. That means you had to end that shit early. You're all fucking dying and shit. They're like, yo, get up.
I wonder, get up.
Get up!
How lame is that we got that gain in subs and then we put up a lemon of an episode?
Last week? I don't think it was that bad.
I think my editing was weak last week.
Like visually or
because I woke up the next day and I listened to it and I was like, what the fuck is this?
It sounds worse.
I guess I just had this overwhelming amount of shame. I was just like, what am I doing? And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like,
definitely not slop.
It was just all due to the audio issues. If we had a one-track audio like how we are going to have after this, because we had some good talk with Rojo, it's just having to sync it all with the echo. It was a headache, and it was really hard. And I was going to just put my hands up and be like, we're not having an episode this week.
Yeah, well, it is pretty...
I still want to unlist it. Parts of me still wants to unlist that video.
Yeah.
Just to be
really?
Like, I don't know. You think we consume trash TV? Because, I think about how, like, I can't imagine any of the trash TVs that I see evolving into something big, like how... like I don't see them becoming household names like in how it used to be, because if you didn't know, like Oprah used to be trash TV. She was like Jerry Springer level. Like she was like, oh, these two people are cheating on each other. Like not Steve Wilkos. I'll take that back. You know how Steve Wilkos?
I don't know.
He's the bald guy who yells a lot and he like gets in people's faces about things. He's like
shit. I'm
he's
really
what
not.
boomers like to watch because it's like yeah, there's somebody who's not afraid to tell it like it is, you know. And it's not like Dr. Phil where he's a condescending prick. Like Wilkos is one of those guys who's like, you really think it's acceptable for you to be drinking around your daughter?
Yeah, now I do remember.
Like that guy. Like he's just super.
He's kind of built, right?
Yeah.
He's like big.
Low key, yeah. He's got that Bezos build now.
Oh shit.
He's the guy who just gets in people's fucking face and shit.
Yeah, I do remember him now. Yeah.
You know, so that's what Oprah was. Oprah was on that like tip, and she was
like, well, it's sort of like a blend between reality TV and what else? Like, I mean, sort of just like talk shows too, you know? Because their intention is to bring on people to talk, right? But you want people who are going to be entertaining and like bad shit, you know? So people keep watching.
When do you think it started shifting from like, I'm gonna be the woman who brings on like all these scandalous characters and stuff?
Yeah.
When did it go from that? How do you get to the position where as Oprah, you're suddenly the person who Lance Armstrong is like, you know who's gonna clear my name? Oprah. I need to have a sit down interview with Oprah to clear my steroids.
That's true.
Like, how do you become this beacon of like?
I would say
from being that.
It's definitely the exposure, because the more people watch a show, the bigger your name is. That means people are gonna want to use you to reach an audience, and then sometimes people have something to say. Sometimes people have something to like clear up, I guess. I don't know. I don't know Oprah's lore like that.
That's what I'm going for, I guess. Is I want people to forget that I ever said retard, and I want people to go like Burger Picard. That's who I need to go see. Get Burger Picard on the phone and let's have a sit down. And we're going to clear this all up, okay?
Let's get something more wholesome on the mic.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
No, I definitely see your point, and it is interesting. And she did become a household name, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then now people have an image of Oprah as a philanthropist and stuff. She's giving away free things, she's helping people out, and those kind of things are...
She's got her own fucking TV network. I remember that was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, she has the own network, the Oprah Winfrey Network, own.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah, that's pretty fire. I can't lie. We got to get that. The BP
network?
BP
yeah, I don't
TV.
know about that. Maybe we could start like I don't know. I was thinking it would be cool to do like...
We're going to be on one of those Roku free channels 24/7, dude. They're just going to play our episodes front to back. We're just like fucking Baywatch, dude.
That would be sick.
That would actually be sick. Is that our end game? Is that what we're after?
That would be cool. That sounds like a decent course of But I was watching a lot of videos about David Firth, which is the guy who made Salad Fingers. Yeah. And dude, he seems like a pretty cool guy. I don't know if he was putting the people on at a BBC because they were doing interviews with...
Were you scared of Salad Fingers as a kid? I was. Shit.
It definitely made me feel something.
I was like, I'm not watching this, dude.
I watched all of it.
Yeah.
I watched all of it. And I even watched his other things. Like, he has this one called Dog Man Dog, I think.
Yeah. That's
just, like, incredibly it's pretty gory, and it's really surrealist. But I like David Firth's creative process, dude. He goes to, like, abandoned buildings, or so he says. I would kind of believe him because he talks pretty in depth about it.
I know what you're saying though, because
he goes there for inspiration, dude.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Like, so he says, because you know what it is when people are like, "Where do you get your ideas?"
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, I'll take a long walk on the beach and I'll mellow myself out and then I'll do some yoga." And it's like, you don't do all that shit, dude.
Exactly, yeah. But for David, it seems so out of.
You think it's
it seems so crazy that it had to be real. Because why would you make that up?
It tracks to.
But it seemed just so crazy that it must have been real. And he uses a lot of music too, which is something that I also liked. He had a record bin, and on the front he had like a Neutral Milk Hotel record. I was like, hey, yo. And then he flipped through it. He had like some Boards of Canada and some Aphex Twin and Square Pusher. I was like, yo, he knows what's up. And then in his studio too.
I know all that stuff,
bro. But
I know I'm just fucking.
It gives personality to someone, you know. You're like, I've heard all that stuff. Yeah,
fleshes it out for you. You get an idea of what they're into.
Yeah. So then he goes over to a record player, like one that rips records, and he got like this old record, and he was just like playing it, and he slowed it down and chopped it up and screwed it, and it was just like so. It's kind of like horrifying. It sounds like it's pretty much horror movie soundtrack, you know. Like, that's what it sounds like.
You know what's funny? The whole time you're talking, all I could think in my head right now was Green Calyx. Do you skip Green Calyx on the Ambient Works 85 through whatever?
That one's pretty fire.
I love it because, like, at first, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna skip and get to, like, one of the more chill tracks, like Plomotomy or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Plomotomy, you know what I'm talking about? The one with the PY.
All the selected ambient works ones have.
But everything's so easy to listen to until that one. It's very abrasive. It's like
yeah. And now I do remember exactly which one you're talking about.
And then it goes into like it sounds like it's like vents and stuff closing and slamming.
Yeah. That one's actually pretty. It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm talking about? Like it's like this fucking.
Is it the one that's like beep beep boop bop beep beep boop?
No,
that's kind of what it's like having to describe Aphex Twin music.
Because I was playing Ambient Works on the car ride with my buddy, and like I was like, I gotta skip this one, you know?
Yeah.
But like I think about that a lot because I skip it because I listen to that album a lot. Like that's probably my most played album in the last 5-10 years, and
that's pretty sick.
That one is particularly like I don't know how to explain it, dude.
It's abrasive and it's abstract.
Yeah, but now, like, while you were talking, like, in my head, I was just like, yo, I kind of want to listen to fucking Green Calyx.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's
well,
crazy.
It's something that you had to experience. You can't just... Like, how would you begin to describe... You just described it pretty well,
The sounds of the second half are, like, really industrial, like...
Yeah.
It just sounds like fucking I'm at a heavy machinery, like, yard. It's like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's just, like, British, like that's the way people grow up in the UK or something to like make something so weird.
It's a very muddy track, yeah. It sounds very
because David Firth is from the UK, so I was like, okay, well, people just like weird shit in the UK.
I rage baited a bunch of One Piece fans on Instagram.
Yeah, I remember that. How did it turn out?
I mean, I have like 300 likes on that comment, and a bunch of people replying to me like, "You're a fucking dumbass, and you don't understand how it works, dude." All right, and then people, since they caught on, because my burner account has Goku in the name. And everyone caught on that I'm like a Dragon Ball fan, so they were like adding me, and they were like, "Fucking Dragon Ball is such a mid-story. One Piece is way better," you know. And I'm just like, I didn't reply to a single person because I successfully rage baited everybody. But I gotta say this to all the One Piece fans: imagine if Dragon Ball had been going on for almost 30 years and everyone still didn't know what a Dragon Ball was.
Yeah,
because the whole one. Well, I gotta stick around to find out what the One Piece is.
What's the One Piece? What's the One Piece?
Dude,
they're leading him on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. If you're a One Piece fan out there, I'm sure you're a cool guy, and I tried to like it because there's some really hot chicks who like that show. But I know I couldn't do it. You know, I got to episode 45 or something, and I realized I'm not even 1% in, and I just was like, I'm not really in for this. I'm not down for it. I'm like not even 5%.
Maybe people who like One Piece just like being led on.
Yeah.
That's the psychology behind One Piece.
I literally think it's a form of Stockholm syndrome, really, because you're there because you think that you don't have another choice, but it's like, just look around, man. You got Dear Friend.
Noko. Yeah.
You got Blue Lock being stupid, aggressive about soccer for some reason. You seen the Blue Lock memes?
Nah.
They'll post like a panel from like the manga, and they'll be like, "There's no way soccer's this fucking serious," because it'll be like
sport.
There's a joke going around right now that the Blue Lock guy just decided to change his fucking mind about it wanting to be a sports anime.
No.
Or sports manga, because he just draws crazy ass panels, and everyone's like,
"Yeah,
what the fuck? Like, this doesn't even fit anything. Like, it's just." And he's like, and everyone's like,
he's just going ham.
He's like, everyone's saying like he changed his mind about it wanting to be about soccer. You know, he's like, he said, fuck soccer. This is about like my art at this point. Like, he's like, how can I? He's like, I drew this really cool thing. Now I just got to figure out how to make it work into this show I got.
It's true, yeah. How else is he gonna make a name for himself? You know.
Well, and then you know what? It's a full circle moment. That's actually what happened with the One Piece guy.
Yeah,
One Piece guy. Yeah. He said he thought it was gonna go for like 5 years.
Wasn't it One Punch?
Oda. No, the guy who made
One Piece.
The guy who made One Piece. He talked about how like I was only intending it to run for 5 years or whatever, and then he's like, the next thing I wanted to do after this was like a robot one.
Oh, fuck! R.I.P. man's dreams.
Yeah, and then he's like, but now he's like, I wouldn't want to do anything else besides this because I've worked all the stuff I wanted to into this. And
that's the culture.
That sounds. I was like, that's kind of a problem.
That's the Japanese culture talking to him, bro. Because they get so into one thing, and that's like that's what they're into. They gotta lock in on that.
But if I was cooking a bowl of food, right, and I was like, all right, we're gonna start it off with this, and you're like, all right, let's go. And we're gonna add this. All right, let's go. And we're gonna add this. Okay, we're gonna add some of this too. Yeah, and we're gonna add some of this too. Can I get my plate? Nah, dude, we're still going. And you keep going forever. You just adding more fucking shit to the plate. At some point, it doesn't become like the best plate ever just because it has a million things in it. It just becomes a fucking big pile of shit.
Yeah.
You gotta have like a tasteful amount of shit to it, you know? Like, you gotta know when to leave, you know? That's why
really
I'm worried about the King of the Hill fucking thing coming back.
Oh,
you know, I know I said I didn't want to talk about it, but King of the Hill was my favorite show ever, dude. The original series ended on Fox with that episode where Hank and Bobby bond over the fact that Bobby's really good at identifying parts of the cow and knows the prime cuts versus...
Oh, that's the last episode?
Last episode ever, yeah. There's like this big montage at the end where you find out Boomhauer was a police officer, or a Texas Ranger this whole time.
What?
Yeah, because they show his badge and it's like...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of stuff that were like little Easter eggs at the end of it, like, because they thought they were going away forever. Now it's coming back, and, you know, the second trailer, I'll admit, I feel a little more optimistic having seen the second trailer. There's like lines in it that still feel like Hank, you know, like the whole craft beer line about like, I've drank beer for 30 years and I've never once wanted it to taste more like fruit. That's a very Hank line. And then there's the getting dropped off by the Uber and he's like, I'm gonna give you 4 stars so it gives you something to work towards.
No, what a guy.
That's very Hank.
I kind of got to get on King of the Hill because I never really been on it.
I've watched it so many times, dude.
Yeah, the Aqua Teen DVDs have secret menus. Like you'll have to find like a weird pixel in the menu.
Yeah.
And then that will be how you access like the deleted scenes and like weird content and shit.
See, that's like fun stuff that we don't
get that with streaming anymore. All that shit's been taken away.
I'm sure there's DVDs out there that are still like cool and they still put some thought into.
Definitely.
But like before it was like expected that you have like, you know.
Yeah. Or that you're gonna be snooping around looking for extra content.
You remember when you get home from like Blockbuster or the local video store, like you get back to the crib and you pop in the DVD, and then there's that menu where it like loops some of the funniest moments of the movie on like repeat forever.
The rollbacks
with like a little background music going.
Yeah.
And like
that's just like the home screen, bro.
I know, but I'm trying to set the vibe, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
And then you know you have your family and they're like, don't play it yet. I'm getting something or whatever.
I'm looking at something.
So then you sit there and you watch this fucking thing loop over like 2-3 times and you're like,
oh, now I see. Yeah.
And you're just like, you know. But you don't get that. No one does that anymore, and everyone would be so pissed about it. You know.
Yeah, that's
not
why.
Pissed about it, but the kids aren't gonna grow up with that memory. You know.
That's kind of true. Yeah. Now it's just scrolling. You hop on your fucking Paramount Plus, or we keep name dropping. Maybe we should.
We can't keep name dropping.
We should be a little vague.
We have to be more. We have to switch it up. It can be Hulu one time.
Yeah, your streaming service. You know, you hop on your streaming service of choice, whichever one gives you that little feeling.
Sponsorship, man. Spotify,
oh, for real.
Spotify.
But all you do is
Rogan
scroll.
Money, Spotify.
All you do is scroll. You hop on your streaming service. You scroll,
and you let the algorithm. You don't walk around the video store and like.
Yeah. It's an atmosphere, dude. I mean, of course, you had to waste gas and risk going outside. You might get shot or something, you know, walking to the fucking DVD store.
All right. Want to hear me do a Will Smith iRobot review?
Do you even remember what happened in iRobot?
Yeah. You don't remember Del Spooner?
Who the fuck?
You don't remember my boy Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Del Spooner?
That's his name in the movie?
Del Spooner. Del, dude. When I thought, I was like, yo, I kind of want
roll up to Del.
I kind of want to go to Del Taco. Fuck, man.
Hey, yo, shout out Del Taco.
We get the Del Spooner meal.
Del Spooner meal, yo.
You know why he hates robots, right? You know why he's all like,
I have no idea.
These goddamn clankers, they're all over the place. You know,
that's actually the word they used in the movie, or?
No, but it's something that's been popular right now.
Yeah, I remember lexicon. That one from Star Wars. Because the clones would be calling the robots, or the droids would be like, you clankers. I mean, like...
That's hilarious.
That's verbatim.
That's fucking funny, though.
I never said that, but that's what the clones say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, when Chat GPT takes over, we love you guys. We never called you guys that.
Oh, yeah, the droids, yeah.
But check this out. It's set in 2035.
That's the year?
Set in 2035, guys.
Oh, 2035? Yeah.
2035. 10 years from now, iRobot's going to come true. Del Spooner was out there, and he was like, you know, being a cop and shit, and then he got I think he got in a car accident or something, and this robot, you know, robots are meant to like save people, and like he took like he saved Dell's life. So you're thinking, why does he hate him? You know, why does he hate these robots if he saved his life? And then he actually saved his life over a little girl. You know why he saved his life over the little girl? Because he took a calculation in his head, and he's like, nah, she's not going to make it, but I can save this guy still.
Yo.
And he's like, nah, you know, fuck that. Like, you got to try to save her. Like, this is ridiculous.
No
like,
way.
And like that, he's like, these fucking robots, they don't understand what it is to be a human. You save the child over me every time or whatever, you know?
Dude.
So he's like, these fucking robots are like, you know, so he hates robots because of that. He's like, you know, they let that girl die.
That's pretty traumatizing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can imagine it does some shit to you.
This dude's mad at robots over his survivor's guilt.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, yeah. The whole movie is about Will Smith's survivor guilt. And there's this guy, he gets murdered. He's like a CEO of some shit or something.
Okay.
And like I think he just like runs all these robots or whatever. And then they're like, everyone's like, there's like a sentient one, and like it's him that did it. I know it. And his name was Sonny. And this guy's Sonny. He's like, you know, I have feelings too. And then this guy's like, fucking clanker.
Oh, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is like, bro, you don't have feelings, bro. You're a
what you know about
robot, bro. And he will like bully the shit out of robots and shit to their face.
Yo.
Like the whole movie is him really aggressively like shitting on robots, like, you know, you guys don't have emotions or whatever.
Damn.
And then they go full fucking Forrest Gump on it.
He's straight
like,
up hating, dude.
They're like, I know what love is. No, but no. So, but and then he's like, I have dreams too. And then Will Smith, you know, goes, and he's like, bro, you don't know anything about what it is to be human, and blah blah. And then it turns out,
what happens, dude?
So basically, like there's this thing that's gonna take over the world or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like Will Smith has to stop it.
That's like the conflict, right?
Alongside this robot.
Yeah.
And the robot at the end of it, he's like, I saw a vision in one of my dreams, and it was like I came over the hill and like I had waves of armies, or like not waves of armies, had like millions of robots staring back at me. Like basically he had hella.
He had an entourage, right?
He had hella aura. Like he was like, I went over a cliff.
Yeah.
And then all these people were like, yo, like that's him, bro. And
in my dream, I was aura farming.
And then Will Smith's like, all right, that's kind of weird. And then like he kills the guy, or he defeats the fucking big evil system that's gonna try to take over humanity.
Will Smith or the robot?
Will Smith, all of them.
Oh, everyone, yeah.
And then Will Smith is like, nice, we did it. And then the robot's like, hey, by the way, I actually totally did kill that guy from earlier that you were investigating.
Yeah.
But like we're cool now though, right? Because like, you know, I did it for the good guys.
Damn.
And then Will Smith's like, yeah, you know, we're cool because we saved the world. But like I'm over here like, yo, he like killed that guy. And that means he's conniving enough to like, you know, scheme on
and
people.
Lie about it.
Yeah, because you know the 3 rules of robots or whatever. It's like you can't go against your creator or some shit like that, or you cannot harm man.
Yeah,
it's like some like old sci-fi rule that like that is like the basis of like robots in sci-fi.
Oh yeah, but that's outdated now, bro.
Nah, anyway, look. So my point is though, is like everyone just skipped over the fact he just totally fucking murked that guy.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, I mean, he probably wasn't the best of guys, but like. Your robot just killed a human, and Will Smith's like the whole entire thing you're afraid of the whole entire movie comes true. And you're like, yo, that's chill though. And he like daps him up, and he's like, all right, I'll see you around, bro. And
he's accepting the future.
And then guess what happens, bro? He walks up to a hill, and then all of a sudden, all these fucking robots turn around, and they're like, yo, that's our king, bro. You know? It's like that. Isn't that terrifying?
That's his dream coming true.
Isn't that more terrifying than like the whatever evil thing was gonna take over? He's like, you know what I think it was? I think it was a power grab. He just saw it as a coup. He's like, we're gonna stage a coup, and I'm gonna take the power for myself because this other machine's powerful as fuck. And if I don't get Will Smith to help me, I won't have a chance at the power.
That was his sentience, bro.
Yeah, dude, he went fucking 4D chess on him, dude.
Yeah.
He said plays, bro. He said that's big plays. Dude.
He was like, first I gotta be cool with the humans.
Yeah, dude.
Then I gotta rise up.
He's like, I'm fucking big Magnus right here, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what the
fuck
to say.
That's a pretty cool ending. Now that
Sonny, like, well, I think it's not meant to be interpreted like that. I think you're supposed to look at it like it's a happy ending. Like, oh, he gets to ride off into the sunset with his other robot pals, and they can all be real human beings. And then you have real human beings. You know, that was type shit. Yeah, dude. That was my Will Smith review for the day.
Dude, and then the robot puts on a scorpion jacket.
That should be our segment, Will Smith reviews of the week.
The Karate Kid?
The Karate Kid, dude.
Yeah.
The real Karate Kid. Dude, young Jaden, bro. Dude, have you seen the young Karate Kid movie? Or the new Karate Kid? Or not the new one, but like, you know what I'm talking about?
Cobra Kai?
Nah, none of this new stuff. I'm talking about the real classic one, dude.
The one with Jaden Smith.
Yeah, the one with Jaden Smith, not the Russo.
I do remember watching it, but just a bit. I don't remember what happened.
He got his ass whooped in that first scene.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I do remember that.
He beat the shit.
Dude, he gets right. He gets like put in a cast and shit, right? Maybe they just were like hating on Wilson, or they were hating on Jaden, and they were like, "Yo, we want him in crutches at the beginning of this movie just because we fucking hate him." Speaking of,
he's got to get that. He's got to get that Rock, Vin Diesel contract. Where
yeah,
he's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Nobody can lose.
Yeah, I can't lose a fight. That's what Jaden. We got to get Jaden Smith on that level where he's like, I always go over, brother.
Nah, he needs a contract where it's like nobody can make me look stupid in a movie.
That's what I'm saying.
I always got to say something philosophical.
Yeah,
and like, talk about politics and the state of the world.
Yeah, dog. That's what I'm saying, dude. He's probably out there somewhere right now talking about it.
Yeah.
We're sitting around talking about nothing, dude.
I know. Who are we? Fucking actually, some crazy that happened recently. I remember I sent it to the chat where, you know, a certain celebrity, internet celebrity, was thrown to the ground in a WW. What was it, like WWF?
No, dude, that's AEW, bro. That's
AEW.
That's the Little League. No, it's not Little League. Do you really want? Here, I'll try to get this in a 5-sentence summary, tops.
Let's go.
AEW was started by Tony Khan, who's this rich kid who's got big money because his dad.
Yo.
And he, in his head, thinks he was able to compete against the WWE if he signed enough people and paid enough people. The audience would just follow, not realizing that the WWE's monopoly on the wrestling system is too far gone at this point. And now it's very obvious that AEW is just for like internet marks to be like. AEW is actually really good though, and I'm not saying there isn't talent. There's some good wrestlers over there, I'm sure. I just don't watch, and I never watched AEW like that.
Okay, how old is the network?
AEW's only been around since like 2019 or so.
It's still pretty young then.
They were on TNT for years. I don't know if they still are, but basically it's like they're trying to compete with the WWE, and at this point they're doing a lot of the same things WCW used to do by bringing in celebrities. Like WCW had Dennis Rodman fighting like Karl Malone.
What?
And then you have, you know, like they would grab these names.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like he's pulling from that same playbook where he's like, let's get Big Justice.
Oh, let's get a crazy face.
Let's get Big Justice on AEW, and let's have the Costco guys
announce it.
Wrestling. For some reason, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
We're Costco guys, dude. Let's be honest.
Costco guys. Actually, I was thinking about the...
Dude, I'm telling you, Sam's Club right now, you get your membership $20, guys. That's a free ad right there, guys.
Free ad, yeah. Let's go Sam's Club. You ever feel like you don't have enough shit and you want to buy something, but
you wish it just came in like a lot of it?
Yeah. That's Sam's Club.
That's Sam's Club, dude.
Let's go. Ad read up.
I found a 36-pack of Guinness.
What?
For like
Guinness?
fucking $48, and I was like, yo.
That's like almost like $1.
I think $1.25 a beer.
Yeah.
Dude. I had a good time that fucking month, I swear.
It's not bad.
That's when I was on my big Guinness. Remember when I was like, oh, Guinnessed out for some reason?
You can make a lot of Guinness cake with that.
You know, it's my Irish roots, dude. It's so
you feel like McGregor?
Dude. McGregor, dude. Dude, McGregor was on some really good coke recently. Like, I'm serious, bro. McGregor was ripped up, dude. He was like I can't even explain how fucking coked up he was, dude. Like the dude's blood was probably like screaming for help. Like
his veins were constricted as hell.
I mean, he grabbed his chest a couple times, you know.
No way.
And he kept doing the nose nudge.
Yeah.
So I'm like. And he was like, his ferocity, and so because he did this press conference, right? And he's like, he had this line, he'd tell you he was off some good shit. He's like, "This is the organization, and we do not show love for the glove." You know, he's like,
no glove.
Yeah, because you know, he's like, we do not show love for the glove. I can't.
That's so funny.
My impression got worse as I went with it.
That's so funny.
But he was like. Today, you're gonna see some of the baddest people in the planet. Some of the baddest humans.
All right, you gotta chill.
Hey, so you want to hear the segment that I was thinking about?
What's going on?
You know, you're always talking about segments and stuff, and like, I want a segment, and I wish we had more structure. But like, I was thinking about like, what if we do like headline of the week? Like, you pick a headline, And I'm afraid of it being too topical, but I want something that's like timeless. Like I have a timeless one right now. You want to hear it?
Let's go. What's your headline?
My headline for the week is that Alaska is renaming Nazi Creek.
Where did they even get the name Nazi Creek?
Apparently, back in the day, we used to name things after people, even if it wasn't like the best of things to name it after. I don't know why they picked Nazi Creek, but there was a creek in the back of it. I mean, for God's sakes, there was a street in New York called Adolf Hitler Street?
Nah.
Swear to God.
For what? Oh, didn't they rename it?
Yeah, from like 1931 to like 1940 something. So mind you, it got pretty far into the war before they renamed it.
Yo.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
They were just like hyped up about Hitler. They were like, hey, yo, we gotta name a street after this guy.
They're like, I was going up Adolf Street earlier, and this guy cut me off all bad. I couldn't believe it. I said, hey, what are you doing?
I was trying to sell...
That's not how we drive here on Hitler Street.
Nah.
But yeah, they're renaming a creek from Nazi Creek. And
what'd they choose for the new name?
That is to be decided. But
really? So this is recent, like super recent.
Yeah, it's recent. It's super recent.
Damn. Fucking... Where did you even see Adolf Hitler Street in the first place?
Because I was reading about how they renaming the creek.
Oh, it showed up in the article?
There was like thread about it, and people in the comments were like, it wasn't all that uncommon for things to be named weird. There was an Adolf Hitler Street in New Jersey, and I looked up Adolf Hitler Street, New Jersey, and it's like, did you mean New York?
Did you have anything crazy happen to you this week?
I went to a baseball game, and this was fucking fan just kept yelling in my ear right behind me, and he wasn't even yelling about the team I was watching. He was yelling about some team he was watching on a stream. He had like the Red Sox game going on his phone, and he was yelling about it.
That's so fucking stupid.
And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to watch the game that's outside in front of you.
Yeah,
dumbass.
Why would you go to a baseball game just to stream another baseball game?
I mean, I get it if you're a fan and you're there to go sport with your buddy, but it's like, hey, dude, shut the fuck up, man. I'm trying to watch this game.
That's so nuts.
So I got up and I went to the 400 level because I was like, this is better than being next to it. Yeah, I went up to the nosebleeds and I sat by myself and I was able to like really stretch out, which was cool. I got a bunch of leg room and shit.
Nice.
But I was like, dude, I have a way better time up here than I was sitting in like the 100 level.
Out there in the muck and mire with
I was
all
in the 100 level by the foul ball line. Like, it was a good seat. Like, I really should have stayed, but like the guy behind me was just so fucking insufferable that I was literally like looking at the nosebleeds and like fantasizing about it. I was like, that looks cool up there.
That motherfucker ruined your day.
Like, yeah, dude. I was like, I'm trying to chill. It was a good game. I mean, it was a walk-off, so it was pretty cool. But I gotta say, we're gonna pivot from that to something that I know we can have some good, meaningful, fruitful talk out of. I went so hard on James from Love on the Spectrum last episode that it got me scared because I really didn't understand how fucking massive that fan base is, dude. And they go hard for their fucking characters, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they go hard for their fan, you know? So it's like... And I found it out once I looked up that that woman who went on the date with James.
Oh, yeah.
Once we saw her Instagram account, and we saw that Tony Hawk...
She's clouded up.
Tony fucking Hawk reached out to her and was like, hey, saw you on the show. Just wanted to say, like, loved your attitude and wish you well on your search for love or whatever. And we're sitting here like, this is hilarious. And it's like, dude, these people would end your whole entire life. They're gonna get doxxed, swatted, everything, you know.
Is it really them or is it us?
If you make fun of keep making fun of these people, but I wanted to say, those impressions came from a place of endearment. You know,
it came from the heart.
I came from the heart. I love James, man. I think James is awesome. I think he's got cool shirts. You know, it reminds me of shirts I used to think.
He does have some crazy ass shirts.
He has some cool ass shirts, man.
But we're acting like we know him like personally. What if he's like a total asshole? You know, once you get to know him personally, and like just on the show, he's like.
Between you and me, I think. Aside from that, I was gonna talk about you know, Tame Impala's only one guy.
Yeah.
You fell for it, dude. You were saying?
You got me, bro.
You got you. I can't believe that shit worked. I want to see some Steven Seagal.
Dude, you don't even know what happened to me earlier this week, and I don't even know if I want to talk about it because it was kind of disgusting, but also kind of funny.
What is it?
Because one morning I just like I've been working in a. It's not a shitty area, but we're working in a neighborhood, and it's a gated community, so there's nothing around there there's no like convenience stores, and there's nowhere to go take a dump because we had to fix the toilet. And before we get to the job site, we stop at a CVS, and I'm like, oh, you know, I gotta go to the bathroom. So it's time for me to go to the bathroom. I pull up to the CVS. I go to the men's bathroom. I open that shit and I hear someone talking. So it's like it's got like a urinal and like the stall. So I hear someone talking and I'm like, why is this guy talking on the phone? I look down. Not in between the stall, but I look down like on the floor. And this dude is in the stall, fucking laying like on his side on the floor, like picking his fucking cheeks and shit.
Oh.
I know, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like this dude's here, like playing with his butthole, talking to someone.
What the fuck?
I know. I'm just like surprised. I'm like, why? You know,
CVS.
So in a CVS, he's on the floor. He's got like the, you know the toilet saver, like the seat savers. Like the paper ones.
I know what you're talking about. The covers.
He's got one of those on the floor. Like that's gonna fucking help, dude. Like he has his phone on the nasty ass floor. He's got his hand on the floor, and he's got his pants down, like picking his fucking hairy ass, and he's on the phone with someone. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Like, yo, I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, oh, I can't go to the bathroom. I gotta like IBS. You know, it takes me a while to go to the bathroom, so I'm trying to relax or something. He didn't even give me a good answer, honestly.
You asked him what he's doing?
I asked him what he was doing because he was on the phone. And I'm like, why are you on the phone? And he's like, oh, I don't know. He's talking to like his mom or some shit.
You were. Oh my god! Wait. Okay. So
it pissed me off, dude.
Guy's on the ground, picking his asshole. You said he's on the phone with somebody?
He's on the phone with somebody. Like he has the phone on the floor with the speaker on. And he's like having a whole ass conversation like, yeah, you know, I just came down here for July and I give him his privacy, but I'm pretty sure he was in there for at least like 30 minutes.
But so when did you ask him? Like, was it like off rip? Like you noticed what was going on? You're like, what are you doing? Or was
at first I was shocked.
Or was it like, what are you doing, dude?
At first I was shocked. And then I was like, you know what? I got to go to the bathroom. So I got to tell him something. So I'm like, well, what the fuck are you doing? And then... And then when he gives me a shitty answer, he's like, oh, I got IBS. He's giving me a fucking excuse. I just, like, go to the clerk and I'm like...
have IBS, Isaac.
Nah, bro, this guy was not hot. And I didn't even see what he looked like, but I just saw his fucking hairy ass. And I go to the clerk, and I'm telling the clerk, like, hey, man, you know, is there somewhere else I could go to the bathroom? And he's like, oh, we have a bathroom here. What's wrong? And I was like, well, someone's in there. And I didn't tell him what was going on. I just told him, like, I think it's occupied. Can I use another one? And he's like, sure, like, I'll take you to the, you know, to use the women's restroom because it was empty. So before he opens the women's restroom for me,
he wanted to see what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, he peeks into the door.
He's like, ooh, this guy's being vague. I need to see it for myself.
I didn't say anything. He pretty much had no idea what was going on.
He like walked in,
and he opens the door. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what is he doing? And he's like, I have no fucking idea what's going on. And luckily he didn't have like a very funny reaction. But what made it funnier to me is that I knew what was happening. And he fucking went in there and checked. But he was pretty stoned about it. He was like, yeah, I don't know, man. Just use the bathroom. That's some older guy, you know? And I was like, oh, okay, good. So I go and...
He's like, dude,
I don't know. I don't even know what the... I should have pressed him, like, harder.
You think it's just cool to have your fucking pants down on the ground?
Dude, he was laying on the ground. He was laying on the bathroom floor. I saw it, and I just, like, looked up. I was like, dude, what are you doing? It was fucking terrible. But the only thing that... I felt bad for the guy that, you know, like, the store clerk... Because I didn't tell him what was going on.
Dude, no,
and he went in there.
Better. That's better. Because that's even better. Cause he probably was like, oh, I know why he didn't say shit.
Yeah.
I want to know if the clerk when the guy was leaving, like, yo, man, you can't come back here anymore.
I don't even know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder...
If I was the clerk, man, and this guy's walking out, I'm like,
yo, man. What the fuck are you doing? The clerk was on the phone with someone when I came out of the bathroom.
Everyone's on the phone with somebody besides you in this fucking store.
Well, it was early, and
maybe they're on the phone with each other. Maybe they're talking to each other, and he's like, yeah, I got it.
He, like, dialed them?
He's like, he just left.
He intercepted the phone call. It was like, I'm the FBI. We're looking after you right now.
Jesus Christ. Or a Guidaboo.
A Guidaboo?
Italia boo.
The motherfuckers who they see Italian in their character description, you know, for like whenever they get hired for an acting gig,
and they're like, oh, I know exactly.
And they're like, oh, fucking oh,
mamma mia.
Yeah, they start saying shit like that. That shit's all for TV, bro.
You know, I was watching a stream, and for a baseball game, and it was on the.
While you were at the baseball game?
No, I was no, dude. I was that's a good one. I was watching the stream, and you know, the guys it was a Diamondbacks stream because, you know, I couldn't catch the local home team.
Mm-hmm.
So the guys on the commentary team, they're like, join us Friday night for an exclusive performance by Flo Rida every Friday night. And they're like,
every Friday night?
Yeah, every Friday night. That's what they said on the commercial. And I said,
Flo Rida's struggling.
I was like, wait a second. Well, first off, because that's like a residency.
Yeah.
You got a residency for a baseball team, dude?
That's pretty far.
In Arizona? In Scottsdale?
His
it's in Scottsdale, right? I don't know where they play.
His calendar's looking a little dry.
But I'm thinking to myself, if your name is Flo Rida.
Oh shit.
Flo Rida.
Conflict.
Why isn't he playing for the Marlins? Or the fucking Rays, the Tampa Bay
Maybe they don't got the bag.
Well, your name is Flo Rida, which, by the way, you know, how old was I when I found that out, man? When I found that out,
Flo Rida
blew my mind. I was like,
Florida.
wait a second. You squeeze it together, his name is Florida. Boom, big deal.
It's too much. I couldn't wrap my head around that.
Honestly.
I think I turned like 18 and it made sense to me.
If it was Pitbull, I'd respect it more.
Pitbull? What's
Friday
your favorite?
Night, but every Friday night, man, Flo Rida is out there in the outfield for the fucking Tampa Bay. He's out there in the Arizona Diamondback Stadium, like, like, let me hear your whistle, baby.
That's his song.
Every fucking week for eternity. This is his boulder to push up the hill. This is his Sisyphus moment. He's got to play. He's got to play boots with the fur.
He was on Black Eyed Peas, right?
No, dude.
Oh shit.
What? No, dude. Don't even do that to them, bro. Black Eyed Peas is way above that artistically.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But you know that this is his hell. This is his humiliation ritual.
Yo.
He's got to go to the fucking Tampa Bay or the fuck.
I don't know. I mean, what else are you gonna do on a Friday night? Motherfucker's probably pushing like 50.
I really could you imagine that though? Like, I got us tickets for the Diamondbacks game this Friday, babe. We're gonna watch Flo Rida.
Yeah, dude. I hope you like Flo Rida.
Babe, we're gonna go watch the D-backs. Flo Rida's gonna be there. It's gonna be great. babe.
I got you a hot dog. We got good seats.
That being said, how about Epstein, dude?
Nah.
What's going on with that, dude?
Actually, I keep saying actually, bro. I gotta chill.
Actually.
You wanna see it? Yo, hey, fucking watch us. Let's see it. Nigga, you wanna see some Steven Seagal shit? Hey, let's go. Get fucked up.